Hi, everybody. I'm Susan, and I'm your instructor for enterprise leadership this semester. Um, Quick walkthrough of the syllabus just to kind of give you an orientation before you jump into all of that detail and a little bit of an intro for me. Let's jump in. I've got a really basic set of slides I'm going to share with you pretty quickly here. Go. And here we are. So, basic framework. Um, Enterprise leadership is really kind of my life's work. It's what I've been working on in various forms for the past, oh golly, probably 15 years or so. And so it's that idea of, do when we get to a certain point in our career, and I think it's sooner than most of us realize, we have to start looking up and out to really view things beyond just our part of the organization. To understand what and when and whom to communicate to consider things for decision making, all of those things become really important. And so enterprise leadership is just that. It is looking at what's best for the organization as a whole. And that's what we're going to be working on all semester. I have organized the course into three sections, and it starts with knowing the enterprise. So expanding our knowledge outside of our functional area. And so we're going to do some work with what I call functional primers to really understand different parts of the organization and to broaden that knowledge. From there, we got to start thinking enterprise wide, right? So seeing patterns, connecting dots, seeing the system as a whole. So we'll really begin to apply that knowledge to make it something that we really can eventually act upon. And the final part is act enterprise level. So, does the way that we approach goal setting and goal alignment, how we view our role vis-a-vis others in the organization, and most importantly, how we make decisions. Are we deciding with the enterprise in mind? So that's kind of the basic framework of the course. Next thing I wanted to show you is our cadence. So I consider our Tuesdays as kind of the end of our week. Okay. Not for this first week because, we're kind of playing catch up and I wasn't going to give you assignments, before the semester officially started. But Tuesday is our end. So our basic cadence is Wednesday through Thursday is where you're reading, you're viewing content if I've got a video that I want you to look at, but you're absorbing information. Wednesday through Friday, you're posting to discussion board and you're responding, you're placing your response out there for others to react to. Saturday through Tuesday, you're responding to others' discussion boards and you're starting to work on your reflection journal. And I'll get to explaining all of those in a moment. And then Tuesdays is the culmination, right? So we will have, I think, 7 in-person sessions. And so that will be on Tuesdays. And all of our assignments are due on Tuesday at 11:59. So that's our basic cadence. Let's talk a little bit about those assignments that I just mentioned. I put a number of things under adding value. So, what value are you adding to the class? And you add value through really thoughtful discussion board posts and responses. You add value through our in-person sessions, and then ultimately you'll be working in a team and you'll have a simple team evaluation that you'll receive as well. So that is the adding value. We've got 6 discussion boards. I don't do them every week. I don't do them the weeks that we're going to meet in person, and I only do them when they make some sense and they fit with the content. And then in-person sessions, like I mentioned, we've got 7 of those. So adding value is the first set of assignments. The next one is a really important piece for me, and that is the self-reflection part of this course. We will do that through reflection journals, and you'll have 10 of those. So you'll be prompted, and you'll see when you see that rubric, I place heavy weight on your ability to be self-aware and some points self-critical and realistic. So the reflection piece to me is really important. And then the final type of assignment that we'll have are actual assignments, more traditional assignments. We're going to be working through a case study. The company is called SolarGen. So the first briefing that you'll receive will be an independent assignment where you get a company profile, you get a sense of their leadership team, and you get a glimpse into some of their exchanges. And you've got to make some strategic assessments around that. So it's within our strategic thinking module that you'll do that briefing number one. We will do a briefing number two on SolarGen, but it's going to be within the class and it's going to be a class discussion and not graded. Um, you are going to be creating an influence strategy. So influence is another one of my passion areas. And so I have a framework that I use to help people really develop influence strategies. So you are going to be creating an influence strategy for something you need to influence at work. So start thinking about this maybe. So something pretty concrete, a milestone change, a process change, maybe it's a resource allocation, a budget change, but you're going to be thinking about something that you need to influence, and you're going to be building a strategy around it through filling out a planner. And all of that is posted, and you kind of see what I mean. And then the final one is Solar Gen briefing number three. Remember, number two is in class ungraded. Number three is your final project, and you'll do that within a team. So I tend to, on these assignments, not tend to, I do, I don't look for papers. This is real world stuff. You don't need a paper with transitions and flow and all those kind of things. I pose questions that I want you to thoroughly, thoughtfully, and concisely respond to. So I lay out the format and you answer those in kind. So I don't want to waste time trying to make it pretty and flowery. I want you to focus your time critically thinking and relaying those thoughts onto paper. So those are our assignments. A couple of things on my approach and my commitment to you. So first things first, my approach is very, very pragmatic. Throughout my career, I have I have prided myself on pragmatism. So that pragmatic approach comes through in the assignments, right? I want real world, it's a great mix of real world case and real world, your real world. And it comes through, I think, in the way that I approach the classroom as well. Pragmatically speaking, I want to use that precious time that we have together in person in a way that's incredibly impactful. I am so excited for those seven, and you are going to walk out of each of those sessions with takeaways, with things that you can do absolutely the next day at work. Wednesdays are going to be fantastic days because Tuesday nights, at least seven of them, you're going to be getting some good stuff you can apply. And then push and challenge. I first and foremost want to help you become even better leaders. I'm going to push you. I'm going to challenge you. I hope that maybe sometimes even make you feel uncomfortable. Like I tend to see so much potential and just think a nudge here and there from someone at the right time and in the right way can really take your abilities and expand them by leaps and bounds. So I'll push and challenge quite a bit in a lot of different ways, whether it's in a grade that I'm giving you, or if it's in our in-person session, or maybe if I respond to a discussion board, I'll push and challenge. And then in terms of my commitment, you will always know where you stand. So discussion boards will be graded right away. Each time we have one, within a week, you will have a grade on that discussion board. Your in-class participation within a week, probably within a couple days, quite honestly. You will know what points I assign to you for that in-class participation. All of your assignments, no more than a week. I mean, guys, we get 10 people in the class. If I take a week to grade your assignments, I should be ashamed of myself. So I'll let you know if something changes for some crazy thing that pops up in my consulting business, or, I don't know, family emergency. But if we've got Tuesdays, as our assignments are due, I will likely have them to you Sunday, Monday. So just so you know, grades will be within a week, and I will always give you feedback. If I don't give you a perfect score, I will give you feedback. I have been in situations where I gave a less than perfect score and I didn't have feedback, and those aren't pleasant conversations. You will get feedback. You will know why you got an 8 versus a 10, whatever that is, a 15 instead of a 20, whatever that is, you will know. That's it. Those are the basics. I cannot wait for the semester. Always reach out. My phone number, my cell phone number, is in the syllabus. I'll have office hours as well, but can't wait to meet you, and can't wait to spend the next 15 or so weeks with you. Thanks a lot.